G'day legends, it's your boy back again. So I'm currently sitting at the wetlands. I was going to park over the other side, but there's a whole lot of cars there and I don't know what the go with that is, so I've parked around the other side of it. There is a business over there as well called Something Tasty, so being Anzac Day, public holiday and everything, people are probably going out for lunch and whatnot else. So yes, that's not going to disturb us though. So what today's plans are, I'm gonna walk around and cover as much of the wetlands as possible for you guys, so kind of show you what the wetlands is and what it's all about and whatever else. And then from here I'll then move to another location, film over there, and then that most likely will be it for today. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump straight into it. We're currently sitting in the car because, you know, it is what it is. All right. The mighty BA. So as you guys can see, I've taken the hubbies off as well as the weather guards. Those were the first things to come off when I finished paying the car off, which I now have. So the car's now officially paid off and it's also in my name now as well. I did that yesterday, so all is well ends well. But yeah, so this is the Whyalla Wetlands. So over there, where there's a big group of people, that's the business down here called Something Tasty. I've done a few door dashes for it and whatever else, but yeah, so here's the walking path, and then you've got a football club there, the Morty Fiakin there, and then that's more or less what that is. So yeah, but it's more or less just like a big pond sort of thing for ducks and stuff. I wouldn't recommend drinking the water though, it tastes like poo and it makes you incredibly sick. But yeah, so now I figured I'd jump out and film a bit. It's been 4 days since the last video. Nothing's really happened, so I haven't really felt the need to record or whatever else, but I did come to a realization last night while I was laying in bed watching Netflix. Even if there is nothing to do, find something to do, because if I find something to do, then there's content. So yes, there's another walking path just over there. As you guys can see, that comes from the road, I think. But yeah, the only thing that's happened is I got paid yesterday and then brought all the shopping home just to find out that my fridge had pooed itself. So yes, taking a little detour real quick because there's something over here that I think you guys might enjoy looking at. Look at this. It's a minion rock. That is cool, with a bunch of logs and whatever else. That is cool. That is cool. I like that. Picasso. But yeah, so you got your walking lanes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so there's signage here that says you walk that way and then you can walk back that way, but no one ever listens to them, so it is what it is. Then you've got another small pond over there. Like I said, I wouldn't touch the water. Yeah, it's not good for you. You do have a little drain thing over there. I'm not sure what exactly that is, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's like a little island in the middle of it. And then you've got the water that surrounds it, then you've got the path. And then keep walking up further and there's playground and etc. so forth. Looks like there's people walking, but she'll be right. Got to get used to it, I suppose. It's only for YouTube purposes, no malicious intent. Hectic traffic today though, considering it's well, I mean, it is a Friday and it is Anzac Day, so if I had the money I'd go and buy myself a tenny, but don't have the money for that, unfortunately. I've got bigger and better things to be spending my money on. So yeah, and then yeah, so that reaches around. It does reaches around all that way, and then we're coming up to a big grass patch. You've got the elderly walking around, whatever else. So yeah, and then you've got this part here, big grassy patch, big grass patch, and then we're gonna walk. Got a little feetsies walking. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, nothing much has really gone down. My fridge pooed itself, so now I'm on the hunt for another one. But I've got another one sorted. I've just got to wait for a friend of mine to be up and about so that I can borrow his either trailer or ute so I can go and pick the other fridge up. There is hectic traffic going on today. What on earth is this? I might not walk up there because it looks like there's, oh no, those people are walking in the opposite direction, so that's all well and good. But yeah, so this is a big grassy knoll, as you guys can see. I've actually taken my son here before, which I'm pretty sure I did a video on not long ago, so there is that. But yeah, it looks like the wetlands, especially today, is the place to be. But I'm going to cover content here, and then I'm going to cover content elsewhere as well, so. But yeah, so over there, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but that's where I was going to park over there, but there's a whole bunch of cars over there, and then Something Tasty is just over there as well, so that's why it'd be so busy. Something Tasty does actually pop off though, so that's all well and good. I've done quite a few DoorDash deliveries from there, so yes, looks like there's a family over there doing something. There's a playground over there. I don't know how you guys can see that flying fox, etc. So forth. But yeah. So yes. Then you got another grassy knoll over there with seating and stuff like that. I've been in that place a few different times. So yes. Turn around and head back to the car because this is a little bit too many people for my liking and they're starting to stare at me, so it is what it is. Oh. But yeah, so I'll cover more of the wetlands another day when it's not so busy, but this is more or less what it is. You've got another pond thing over there as well, and that goes all the way around the other side, but then like I said, you've got Something Tasty over there as well as the car park and toilets over there as well, so that's more or less what the wetlands is. Ain't nothing more than that, really. Yes, and then you've got the footy club over there, and then that stretch of road over there is a highway. If you go, so there's a road over there, so you go that way, you're going towards the Whyalla foreshore, and then that way you're going towards Cow. So that road takes you out towards Cow and Port Lincoln and whatever else, which I'm going to start putting money away to go on trips outside of town as well, so yeah, just so I can cover more content than just what's here. But so far I've covered pretty much all you can really do here in terms of what's around. So you've got the wetlands, which I'm at now. You know, you can bring your kids here, you can bring your dogs here, you can pretty much bring anyone here. And then you've got the Whyalla foreshore. Again, you can bring your kids, you can bring animals, doesn't really matter. You've got the recreational centre, which is the swimming pool. I don't know about filming there. I can give it a red hot shot though. Just depends, because it's 9 times out of 10 always sort of busy and whatever else, and there's a lot of kids that go there, so I don't really want to film there because, you know, people might get the wrong idea, even though that's not the case at all. But yeah, so I might try and see if I can film a little bit at the rec centre. They've got things there like you got volleyball, you got a gym, you've got the swimming pool itself, you've got a play cafe thing with a big foam playground, which I might actually take little man to when I get him back. The only downfall with that is I've got to spend money I don't have. But yeah, so you've got a few things around town. So you got like your bowling, you know, you got your movies and whatever else. But because little man's at the age that he's at, he doesn't really sit still. So I've got to pick and choose my battles, especially when it comes to him. But eventually I will travel out of town to film content as well. So I'll go to places like Lincoln, Adelaide, wherever's got, you know, attractions or whatever else that I can put online for you guys to watch, and then make your mind up if you want to come visit and whatnot. So yeah, but I did find that Minion Rock kind of cool. The Minion Rock's just over there. So yes. But yeah, so that's pretty much the wetlands. Oh, that's the West Whyalla Football Club. Right, that's where that is. Okay, noted. But yeah, anyway. Oh, the beautiful BA. Look at her, the beautiful BA. Anyway, I'm going to put the camera down here and I'm going to go to my next filming location, and I'm going to then pull the camera back out. So I'll see you guys when I'm there. Right. We made it to our second And our last location for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mount Laura. Well, the up climb of it anyway. I would have put my camera out earlier, but there's a family down there that were walking down, so I figured I'd be respectful and give them their privacy, so yes, but here we are. Now it's the long track up. And I am not in the right attire for this at all. I am in a long sleeve pants and my Nikes, but we can do it. I know we can do it. It's going to be good. But yeah, so this is Mount Laura. That's another track up there that you can walk up to the other side, but that is a lot more steeper than this one. There's some rock facings and some stuff down there. People are riding through here all the time on their motorbikes, which is normal. I used to ride down back there, so actually might be able to. Oh no, I have to get to the top before I can show you that. I am not built for this, but it's good. Get the blood flowing, get the knees working, the legs working, all that good stuff. So yeah. But yeah, so I've been wanting to do this walk for quite some time, as I said in previous videos. I just haven't had the appropriate vehicle to bring me here. So, and it's ironic because I say I don't have the appropriate vehicle, but in all honesty, I don't actually live that far away from Mount Laura. So in technicality, I could have walked, but who walks? But yeah, so it is what it is. Can't really do much about that, but yes. So yeah, this is Mount Laura in all its glory. People are coming through here with their motorbikes and stuff all the time. Should have brought water or something with me, I'm silly. Got flies buzzing around my head. PO. Oh. But I figured instead of just filming me while I'm up there, I'll film the walk as well, so you guys can see how thing, you know. But yeah, so this is where we've walked so far. Need a breather. But yeah, so the car's down in there. This track is the four-wheel drive one. It's been washed out massively though. It never used to be this dugout, but then again you get your four-wheel drive enthusiasts who get a little bit either happy or scared, and they just plant their foot and continue going up. But here's what it is. Oh. And it's funny too, because since I've had my license, me and a few of my mates have tried getting a few different cars up here. It's funny. We've tried many different cars, Holdens, Fords, little Mazdas, everything. It's killer. Look how much that's washed out. Holy moly. But yeah, so you got all that. I need to catch my breath. Hang on, guys. It's alright. But yeah, so that's all washed out. That used to be a four-wheel drive track, and then you got all through down there and all the rest of it. And you got all up here. So, yes. But yeah, so this is, from what I can gather, and from what I've been told over the years, this is the go-to track for 4Bs because it's a lot easier getting it up. But some people do go other ways. And some people will call them silly, some people don't, but oh yeah. You ever want to do a workout, you don't want to go to a gym, come to Mount Laura, Whyalla, man. Holy moly. I won't share a fitness fanatic, and this will just be an appetizer for you. Oh. Lord baby Jesus. Come and exorcise the demons. Whew. rock up there with names on it. All well and good. Alright, so this is halfway up. This is the view you get, so that's the road. Holy moly. That's the road I've just come up. So you come up around there. You can probably see it actually. My little car D down there, coochie coochie. Then you got rocks, and then you got a road that goes up there, one that goes down there, one that goes up. We're going up there. So I've still got up there to go and then whatever else, but But yeah, so this is the view you've got when you get to this part of it. So take it around whatever else. And yeah, let's keep going. Because we're not quitters, man. We're not quitters. Oh, right. Oh. And then I'm going to stop here for a second, catch me breath, and then walk back down. But I think I'm going to walk back down the other way, just so I can give you guys a bit of an idea on the difference between the terrain. So the one I'm walking up is what people like to call the easier terrain, but then there's a terrain just to the left of me that people call the no-no terrain, because it's bumpy, it's rocky, it's got huge gaps and ditches, like to the point where if you take a four-wheel drive either up or down, that mechanics bill, man, oh, it ain't even worth it. Fudgesicles on a stick. Try not to swear so much on YouTube because it is a family platform, and there's kids and everything on here. I mean, I know I've got one myself, but I mean, who am I kidding? Most kids nowadays are swearing by the age of what, 7, between 7 and 10, because you know, parents don't know how to do their job. Nah, it's not so much parents don't know how to do their job, but most people these days swear like sailors. I myself am one. Oh Lord. So I swear black and blue all the time. But when I have my son home, I try and avoid such language. Sometimes it slips out every now and then, but I'll try my best to. Out here in the wild, Bear Grylls spec. Doing this stuff here makes me question to why people like Bear Grylls and all the rest of it do it. This shit is silly. Silly. Almost here. And then show you guys the views that's up here. And then shut the camera off again for 5 or 10 minutes. And then get back to the trek down to the car. Right, another view check. This is how far I've come so far. Oh lordy, this video is going to be a long one, but that's alright. At least I'm pumping content in, I suppose. Might be every few days, but I'm very limited at the moment to what I can do, which isn't anyone's fault, my own fault, because I'm a silly boy who, lo and behold, can't be trusted with money. Up until recently, to be honest. I've done pretty well though. I'm getting back on track, doing what I need to do. Right, I've made it up top now. Well, not up top, but close enough. People are going to be watching this video and be like, Jesus, he's not fit at all. Nope. Alright. So this is one of the views. So you've got all of Wetlands, and it's little So you got the steelworks that runs all through there, and then you got the township that runs from out there all the way through. Dear Lord, baby Jesus. Right. So I used to ride my motorbike down in there. So from the corner of where that place is all the way through is what we call the levees. But the levees itself is, I don't know if I can, hang on, is just here. So yeah, and then I'll get a bit closer. Oh yeah, look at that, cigarettes and cans and all the rest up here, people getting drunk. And that's the view from up here. So yeah, the part I'm going to be going downwards, and then you got out there, that used to be the old dump and stuff. You got the speedway down there as well. There's a track down here somewhere that I'm going to take you guys on when I go down. It's a lot faster, but it's also a lot more dangerous as well. So, especially if you slip, because there's big rocks down there. I remember coming up here with two of my mates, what feels like years ago now, which I'm pretty sure it is actually. We come up here for yonder, and we're coming down and we took that path, and one of my mates that was with us, he didn't have any shoes on, he only had slides. And we've gone down that trail, and he lost both his slides and just slid. And when I say slid, I mean slid. No footsteps, no nothing, he slid down. So yeah, he sent me a Snapchat, I think half an hour after he got dropped off, and his feet were swollen. So yeah, there's someone behind me, but that's alright. Oh, okay. And then you got this view. Oh. And then yeah, there's that view. And then you got the stuff there, which is where I'm going to go sit down in a minute. And yeah, you got something down there, I don't know what that is, but looks like there's a little bit of work down there. So yeah, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is Mount Laura. So yeah, feel free to come down, have a visit, have a gander. So yes, but yeah, and then I'll go show you the views over the other side too, because why not? Oh. See, he's walking up, there's like no tomorrow, like he's chilling, whereas me, because I don't do it enough, I am buggered. And then that's the view from here. So those clouds are coming in, which means it's going to start peeing down with rain soon, which isn't exactly the greatest, but she'll be right. She'll be right, governor. So yes, and then yeah, after this, go back down to the car. Not sure if I'm going home or if my mate is doing something with me. I did get a phone call before I come up here saying that he wanted to go for a drive and this, that, and whatever else. Yes. But yeah, so you've got all that. It spans all the way around there. Whew. So yeah, but this, my family, is Mount Laura. So now you've seen a part of Wetlands, and now you've seen the full extent of Mount Laura. I mean, I think there's a few things back there, but I don't know if they're still there or not. And to be honest with you, I'm that puffed out that I can't do it. I'm sorry, Lord, I can't do it. But yeah, so as I said, Mount Laura, you got some pretty banging views. Not gonna lie. So, what's that out there? So you've got, oh, you can see the runway from here. Yeah, right, I didn't ever realise that. But yeah, the runway's just up there. So one thing I hate about walking up here, it brings everything up. Mind that, ladies and gentlemen, it's not very gentlemanlike when you have to do a podcast. I'm trying to work out what that is.
that? That's not, it can't be Calwood's Landing. Oh, actually no, that might be Calwood's Landing, because that's out further and there is a road that goes out that way to go to it. But yeah, so this is the once again view. Pretty banger if you ask me. But then again, like I said, I've lived here for more than I'd like to, but it is the way it is. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna put the camera away, catch me a breath, and then I'll bring the camera back out when I'm ready to walk down. And we'll walk down the other sketchy path, and I'll show you guys what that's all about. So, yeah. See you guys in a minute. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go. The downhill one's going to be a lot better than uphill, so yeah, so this is the track here that we're taking. It's more downhill and more dangerous, but it's better than taking you guys back down the road I was just on. So like I said, trying to cover as much content as possible, especially in this time, especially when it's too film, but no, it is what it is. So yeah, so that guy that walked up, he's now already walked around and then walked halfway back down. His legs must be bloody tanks, I swear. So I'm good on him for getting out and getting his fitness in, I suppose. Which I should probably do more of if I'm being completely honest with you. But, you know, I don't have excuses, I'm just lazy. But soon enough, alright. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, so this is the track that I was talking about. God, everything you can see the gold. Absolute beautiful what I paid for it, I'll tell you that much. And the only thing I've had to do to it, apart from putting fuel in it, is get the ignition barrel fixed. Which is now all said and done, she runs beautiful. But now you guys see what I mean by how much more dangerous this truck is compared to the one that I was just on. So, just for comparison, that one down there is the one I was just on. This one here is the one I was talking about. Oh, and I don't have the appropriate tyre for this, but she'll be fine. Today's video is going to be a long one. It's alright. And that's not even the worst part of it. See, I'm already starting to slip. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Got a shirt there. That's a Tommy Hilfiger shirt. Yeah, right. I don't want to touch that, you never know what that's me. Ooh, brother, ooh. Oh, I need a GoPro or something for this sort of stuff. I'll get one of them. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll get one of them eventually. But see what I mean by how purely slippery this is? Like, look at the terrain I'm walking down. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to say the Lord's name in vain, but it just keeps coming out. Oh. Oh. Oh, the bottom of my foot is increasingly itchy. I don't know why. Not good. Whoa! That was fast as boy. Alright. Oh, Jesus. If only I had a different POV. That's why I need the actual stuff for this, so I can film exactly what's going on and how it's happening. So then you guys can see what I'm going through. Oh no. But yeah, more of the view while I casually slip down this path. I shouldn't have gone down this path, but you know what? You've got to take the risks for the videos. As long as the risks don't lead you with permanent injury, which this doesn't usually, so. Figured I'd switch the camera around. Enough of watching me feet slip and slide. Oh, I forgot about this. Alright, okay, alright. Alright, so I'm going to flip the camera back around so that you guys can see what I'm about to put myself through. Oh, nah, it's not all that bad, but I've got to act out of character to get the views, you know what I mean? Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm going to stop right here. This is what I mean by, boy, it's steep. So, it's not as steep as that one, which is the one that I initially walked up, so Yes, this is what I'm now walking down. And it's steep and it's loose. And then you got a trail down there. I might just keep walking. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Right. But yeah, so you guys get the gist of how steep this boy is. So now, if I flip the camera around, you guys can see my facial reactions. Oh God. Oh, Jesus. I might even lift my glasses up too so you guys can get the full facial expressions. Oh, whoa. Right. Like I said, I'm definitely not in the right footwear for this, and my legs are killing me afterwards, but that's okay. We're survivors. We'll make it. Oh, Jesus Christ. It wants to pick up my speed, but I'm not letting it. Glory, glory. What a hell of a way to die. Oh God. Oh God. Alright, we're going to slow it back down now. Right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no. Right, we're almost at the bottom. Thank the heavens for that. Alright, so there's the bottom. We're not that far. So, in comparison, so that's the bottom. That's what we just come down. That's just to give a bit of a comparison as to how steep this actually is. But if you want to find out at your own risk how steep this particular trail actually is, like I said, I'm at Mount Lorewala. Come and have a bit of a gander and have a bit of a try. See if you make it down. Nah, it's not all that bad. It's just very, very steep and washed out. And I believe, as far as I know, the track that I just walked down was like the track up. Oh Jesus, was like the track that I walked down. But because of all the four-wheel drives and all the weather changes and everything else, people and weather have just completely blitzed it. So, oh Jesus, almost rubbed my ankle. Oh no. And by the looks of it, four-wheel drives have been up here recently. There's four-wheel drive tracks everywhere. Right. Well, now we're down the worst part of it, so let's walk down this part, you know, the one with all the big dips and things. Oh, that hurt my leg, or my ankle. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, why not? We'll just walk down another steep part, you know, all good, I'm gonna drop my armour. The camera's bouncing around like a chook. Whoa. Alright, I made it. Flies everywhere. Alright, so, yeah. So, I just survived the walk down that. But yeah, like I said, if you want to come down and try it out for yourself, Mount Lorewala. So, when you pull up, you got that track up here, but then there's a little detour thing down here, which is what I'm going to walk up here, then bang. I am not walking up that. At least not today. I might come back and try that another day or something. But for now, we've walked down it. I've showed you guys the places and things and whatever else. So yeah, now it's just a trek back to the car. There is a spot up there as well with all those places up there as well. I don't think there is anything up there, but if you want to come up and have a gander or whatever else, then feel free to. I might come back and have a gander one day. Might try and see what abandoned places here I can find and film and whatever else. But yeah. Whew. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video, I suppose. I've done half of Wetlands, the whole of Mount Laura. So pretty productive day if you ask me. If you don't, what am I talking about? Silly boy. But yeah, so done what I set out to do film wise. I finally did Mount Laura after, oh Jesus, after speaking about it for what feels like months now on end. But yeah, finally did it. It is what it is. Now you guys have experienced it. So yeah, anyway, that's gonna do it for today. hope you guys enjoyed. If so, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.